Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and it's kind of a welcome back for me as well because it's been over 2 weeks since I filmed my last YouTube video, so I thought I'd do a bit more of a kind of sit down, bit of an explanation, explaining what's happened over the past couple of weeks, and also a bit of what you'd call maybe housekeeping in terms of what's coming up on my channel and things like that. And also I did want to include everything that I've loved on holiday because we've been away. So that's just kind of a general theme of the video. So it's a bit of a catch up, and also the pieces I've been loving on holiday, we're still gonna get some fashion in there. So basically, we went on holiday just over 2 weeks ago. We went to Italy, we went to Positano, which was so lovely. It was really warm actually the second half of the holiday. Like I think they were having a bit of a heat wave for that time of year. It was like in the 30s, which I think even for Italy at the end of May, that's quite warm. So the beginning of the holiday was like nice because it was kind of like 25, 26, 27, and then it got really hot. But the first half of the holiday was actually a bit more of a working holiday. We were shooting for something upcoming, which I hate being one of those people saying I'm not going to tell you yet, but it's going to come out in a couple of weeks anyway. So that's what we were doing there for the first bit of the holiday. And then we were very much kind of like just wanting to chill out the rest of the holiday. It's been a really busy, full on, I'd say year really, since after Christmas. Very full on in terms of work. We've been so busy, but also full on in terms of things that have been happening in our personal lives, some more difficult things that have been happening for the past 5 months. Lots of different things, just when it's one of those times where you're just like, what else can go wrong? And something else did, which I'm going to explain in this video. But it's been a really busy past year for 2022 so far. So we really just wanted to relax, and that's what we did for the rest of the time in Positano. So we stayed, I just thought actually what I'll do is I'll talk about that when I'm talking about my holiday pieces, because I'll explain everything else first, I think. So anyway, we went on holiday the other week, which I'll talk a bit more about in a minute and show you all my favorite pieces. But after we came back from holiday, Ottie, our dog, he's here. Can you put your head up, say hello? He got really unwell. We took him to the emergency vets, who thought maybe it was a stomach bug at first. So she gave him an injection for his stomach to see if he'll stop kind of being sick. And so we left him overnight thinking maybe that'll have worked. The next day he got no better. This was only a couple of days after we came back from holiday, so we'd not really had like a minute to kind of think because he'd sort of been ill. He just got progressively worse. We decided to take him into our vets. He was just so lethargic, not like, almost as if like he wasn't seeing anything around him, not reacting to anything. He was trying to get away from us as much as possible, and yeah, as if he didn't want us to touch him. He couldn't get comfortable. He was very restless, very lethargic, but not being able to go to sleep because he was obviously really in discomfort. He wasn't like making noises like crying in pain or anything, but you could just tell like he was so off and kind of being a bit sick. So took him to our vets, and he was diagnosed with what's called parvovirus and giardia. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've heard a couple of different vets pronounce it different ways, so I'm not sure exactly. But basically, the second one, the giardia, is quite a common thing, I think, in puppies. It's like a bacteria in your stomach. He has been a bit fussy with his food in the past month or so. We probably think it's related to that, but that's kind of quite a normal thing, easily curable and treatable with antibiotics. But the parvovirus is really serious and can be lethal if you don't catch it in time. Especially, like, the main thing is for unvaccinated puppies. He has been vaccinated, but that's like, when they tell you can't take your puppies or whatever, cats, outside until they've had their vaccinations. Do you have to do that with cats? Not sure whether you do, but anyway, dogs you definitely do. So don't take them outside until they've had all the vaccinations, and even a week after then you can't take them outside. So we followed all of that, obviously, when he was very young. He'd had all his vaccinations against these kind of things. And unfortunately, he is one of the, I think our vet or the kind of surgeon at the vet's hospital said there's 1 to 2% chance that a dog will catch this after they've had their vaccination. So he was just extremely, extremely unlucky. We don't know where he's got it from. You can catch it from anywhere. So anyway, after that, we took him to the vets. They said we need to get him into the vet's hospital straight away. So obviously we were really, really worried. We had to take him, waiting around all that day. Then we had to transfer him to the vet's hospital, which is in Manchester. It's called Vets Now. And he basically went straight into an intensive care unit there, where he spent 3 nights really, really poorly. The first night we were really scared, obviously. It was like one of those things where you don't know what to do with yourself. You're like, I was so upset. That was our dishwasher. But yeah, I was so upset, obviously. We didn't know what to do. We were dreading getting a phone call in the night. We got a phone call at midnight, but it was just the vet actually calling, because she'd not had a chance. I think she probably thought it's better to call now than leave them worried all through the night. So anyway, he got on lots of fluids, antibiotics, all the treatments. There's no cure for it. It's just more like treatment so that their bodies can help recover. I think we caught it at a good point, clearly, because he reacted so well to the treatments. We couldn't have got better news each day, every day. The vets were ringing us twice a day to say that he was reacting really, really well to the treatments and that they were positive. We had a little bit of a scare where we thought there could have been very early stages of pneumonia, but it didn't turn out to be anything. They were feeding him through a tube in his nose, so I think that was why they maybe thought it could be pneumonia, because he was kind of coughing a little bit and gulping a little bit, so I think that's because of the tube. But he reacted so well, so quickly. We were thinking it could be 4 to 5 nights, but fortunately it was Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and we picked him up on Thursday. So he's been home since Thursday. It's Monday now. In that time though, I of course got a cold, which I'm not feeling 100% now, but I'm feeling a lot better. It wasn't like the worst cold ever, but I did just feel really run down with it. I think obviously, like with everything together, we had as well a terrible traveling experience, but you know, that's not much of a big deal. But I think everything coupled together, along with stresses of the past kind of couple of months, sometimes it all just gets too much. Probably my immune system was down, and so I caught a cold. You might be able to hear it in my voice a little bit, but anyway, that's kind of where we're up to now. And I just thought I'd kind of explain, because last week I really wanted to get back onto content. We'd been away. I thought, right, let's get back into it. And last week it just did not turn out to be as we thought. Yeah, things have been a lot slower than I'd hoped for, but hopefully you'll forgive me. I'm sure you will. And you've probably not even noticed that I've been gone that long anyway, but I just thought I'd kind of explain. And anyway, he's doing so much better now. He's actually asleep. He's been really, really playful all morning, but I think he's tired himself out now. I don't know if you can even see him properly there, but he's very, very clingy at the minute, more so than normal. If you've got a dachshund, you'll know that they are quite clingy. But yeah, he's been through a lot, so I think he wants some attention. But he's eating really, really well now. He absolutely loves food. He goes crazy for it. We've given him quite a bland diet over the past few days, but we're getting him back into normal food, and he's playing. The first couple of days he was very tired and not really playing, but still much more himself. He's lost 4 teeth in the past 2 days as well. He's actually now, he just had his kind of 6-month birthday, so he's 6 months now and doing really, really well. But also just a reminder to, if you do have a dog, to get them vaccinated. In terms of like boosters, you can get boosters for parvo. You should get yearly boosters. And just a reminder to please do that and give your dog every chance that they can to be protected against this virus. We couldn't do anything. He's just incredibly unlucky, but the more chance they can get, the better. So do make sure I'm sure you all are, but up to date with boosters and things like that for your dog, because we just wouldn't want anybody else to have to go through that. It's just such a worry, especially with him being so young. So that's where we're at. And I think, to be honest, I just want to try and take it fairly slow over the next couple of weeks. I think sometimes you've just got to allow yourself a bit of a break and a bit of a mental break almost. So I don't want to try and put pressure on myself. I want to try and just take things a little bit easier, just to try and like mentally get over everything. We've also had huge problems with our car, which is very insignificant in the scheme of things, but you know, when just added stress comes with added stress, and there's lots of things to deal with. So it's just been one of those times, you know, where everything's happened at once. And I know there are a lot of other things going on in the world. I'm very, very mindful of that. And I think sometimes hearing all that on the news too, really, I mean, it affects everyone, doesn't it, in some way? If you've got an ounce of empathy in your body, then you will feel affected by that too. So I think sometimes you've just got to go a little bit easy on yourself, which is what I'm trying to do, and not put pressure on myself. However, that said, when we were on holiday and kind of before this happened, we were talking about YouTube and actually wanting to maybe produce some more videos on YouTube. We were at one point producing 2 videos one week, 3 videos the next. I'd at least want to try and get back to that, because we were just, at the moment, we've just been doing 2 videos a week. Since getting Ottie, we've just been doing 2 videos a week because it's been a bit hard to kind of juggle everything. I want to try and get back to 3. YouTube is where we want to push a little bit more our content. I really enjoy kind of sitting and sharing fashion mainly, but also it's really nice to kind of talk in this way, because I feel like Instagram doesn't really provide that sort of thing. Yeah, so hopefully we can get back to 3 videos a week. We'll see if we can aim for that this week. But yeah, we definitely want to push YouTube, because we feel like for Instagram, I've got 1.1 million followers now, so I feel like I've kind of cracked Instagram quite well, and I kind of have my formula down there. So I want to kind of bring that over to YouTube. I'd love to hit 500,000 subscribers soon, and then the next goal will be 1 million. So yeah, we really want to try and hone in on that and push that. So that said, I invite you here to share all your suggestions, ideas, of what you'd like to see coming up on my YouTube channel. What kind of best format do you like? Do you like more simple videos, or do you like things that kind of look a bit more stylized, stylish, multiple cameras? I'll just swing it open. Oh, sorry, I just had to take a brief pause because the doorbell rang. Anyway, what I was saying is I'd love to know your suggestions for actual video content, as in topics that you'd like to see, but also in terms of like formats, things like that, more casual style of videos. Would you like me to share maybe kind of new in pieces or new outfits in a vlog style way, mixed with some other things, mixed with more formal videos? What actual content would you like to see? I think I'm really going to focus on some kind of casual outfit ideas, because I've noticed myself, I feel in a real rut with casual outfits. I'm just like wearing jeans in England, jeans and like my clogs and trainers, and like a shirt and a trench coat. I feel really self-conscious now because there's a builder just looking in the window. Just looking at me filming. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind the olive tree. But yeah, all your suggestions are very much welcome going forward for YouTube. And this is kind of the video where I invite you to leave all those comments. And I mean, I always do, but in this video in particular, whilst we're kind of sitting down, having a chat, a bit of a different informal style video, leave all your comments, suggestions, how you'd like to see my channel going forward. That would be very, very helpful. As I say, casual outfit ideas, because I'm in a casual outfits rut, especially in the UK where the weather is a bit weird, although it is coming sunny. By the way, this blouse is from Glassette. really nice, pretty pink piece. I think it needs toughening up a bit, so I've gone for like these masculine-y Bermuda shorts, strong red lip, and some hoops from Suzanne. Anyway, let's talk about holiday. So we went to Positano, which is beautiful. We didn't really travel around much. I've traveled a bit around Amalfi Coast before, so I wasn't that bothered about going places. I was also really kind of suffering from a bit of dizziness there. I think sometimes when you travel, and if you've been to Positano or like around the Amalfi Coast, you'll know it's very steep and winding. So taxi rides there, aeroplane travel, and then in the hotel itself there were like lifts to get up and down because it's kind of on a cliff face, and I think all that together accumulated in a little bit of like vertigo, dizziness kind of thing. I just kept getting like a wave wash over me. So we sort of said we weren't going to bother traveling around much because I've been to Capri before, been to Sorrento, been to Pompeii. So I wasn't that bothered. I thought we'd just enjoy Positano, which is what we did. And I wanted to share my real like top buys and like things that I took with me that I really found I wore the most. And these won't be like shock things to you, especially if you've kind of been a follower of mine. But I'm going to start with shoes actually, because I did a Q&A on Instagram, and so many questions were about holiday shoes, sandals, like recommendations for sandals. So that I've been absolutely obsessed with. I actually feel like maybe all you need is these pairs to take with you, but I've got one more to show you anyway. But these are both from Ancient Greek. I'll show you some like cutaways pictures of me wearing them. But both of these are hero sandals for me. So these ones are the jelly ones. I got them from Farfetch. I'll leave the link below. Jelly ones, true to size. Sometimes I go up in shoes half a size, or sometimes I am a half size. Sometimes I go up a full size. But this I got 39, which is, sometimes I go 39.5. So I'd say pretty much true to size. And if you are half size, maybe you could go down a half. So these are really, really comfortable. The only thing is on my left foot, the little ankle, no, which bit is it? This bit, I think, rubs a little bit. So I just have to put a little plaster there. But apart from that, get no rubbing at all. Because they're jelly, you can also translate them to more like beach, pool kind of sandals. And I just think they're so flattering, so chic. They're lightweight, so they can just go in your suitcase really easily without weighing down. Shoes are always the heaviest thing, aren't they? So these you can just throw in. They come in tan as well, so I think they'd be really, really handy. But I also just think they're so flattering with the delicate kind of shape and braiding. And I've also got the gold version. These are the gold leather version. So the sole is a bit harder on this, whereas this is like the jelly sole. So I'd say overall these are slightly more comfortable. But these are comfy. Slight rubbing at the back, but I didn't really experience that after a couple of wears. So I think it's just one of those things, you have to wear them in a little bit. As with all sandals, I find that there's always a little bit rubbing somewhere. Plaster will sort that out, and then no issues. So yeah, really, really comfortable, as I say, easy to throw on, and because they're gold, they look lovely in the evening, but also very wearable for day. What I love about these is that they're not too gold. They're like a really nice pale gold, so they'll kind of work with silver really nicely as well as different shades of gold. So really, really happy with those sandals. And another pair I was wearing non-stop are my tikis. These are from Net-a-Porter. I think these are US size 10, which was slightly too big for me. However, they were sold out in the US size 9 online. So I was like, I'm keeping them because I really like them. And to be honest, when they're on, I think with sandals you can get away with getting slightly different sizes. So I wouldn't say they look massive when they're on. They do, the only thing is, because they're suede, I should have put a suede protector on really, but they do kind of have a bit of a colour transfer, but when they're on your foot you can't really see. Sometimes when you have a tie up they can cut off your ankle, but I think because these just blend quite well into my skin tone, I just think you know, they look more flattering, but I do think they'd work well on every skin tone. They're just a really nice, easy, neutral colour that will go with everything. So they'll look great on everybody. And like I say, quite flattering. I think with them having quite thin straps that don't go like right up your ankle, they're really nice and flattering, and they look nice in the evening too. So those are like my sandals that I just wore on repeat pretty much. I don't think, I did take another pair, but I didn't wear them. They're a bit more of an English sandal, I would say, a bit more of a chunky style. I think these ones are really nice for holiday, and you can wear the jelly ones, like I said, to the pool and beach, so you don't really need like a beach shoe either. If you're wanting to pack light, or if you've only got a carry-on, would really recommend those sandals. Keeping on accessories, and I won't go on about these too much because I've already gone on about them so much. But my Loewe crossbody was the only bag, apart from my big basket bag, my big Loewe bag that I took like for the pool and the beach. This was the only handbag I took. I probably could have taken another, but as I say, the beginning of the trip was a working trip, so I had to pack for that as well. So this was kind of the only bag I wanted to take. It just worked with everything. I think it just looked really chic in the evening as well. It looks great dressed up. You can put it with some great earrings, and wearing this just fits in so nicely, and it gives it a really nice relaxed holiday feel. I really couldn't recommend this bag enough. And the same with my sunglasses. I just got so much wear out of these because I just feel like they make even the most simple pieces look cool, and because they're like a light, I just feel like they're really holiday vibes, and I'm actually really loving like quite fun pieces at the moment. I'm really gravitating towards colour as well, which is so unlike me. But I find I dress differently abroad than I do in England. I don't think that's so much of a shock, but I really, for summer holidays, gravitate towards really bright colours, fun accessories, and my style does change a little bit. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if you're going to wear the pieces again like the following summer or when you go on holiday, there's nothing wrong with kind of going for a slightly different style to your usual. All fashion is all about fun. So two pieces I wore a lot. I've actually got them in front of me, but they're not ironed, so I'm not going to hold them up. There's no point. I'll just show you pictures. So the first thing is my Ophelia and Indigo dress. This is such a pretty piece, and I was looking for a kind of white version of this all whilst we were on holiday in Positano. I was looking in different shops for a white version, but I didn't really see one, just because it's such a good shape. I got so much wear out of it. Such a pretty piece. What I love about this dress is these gorgeous ruffled shoulders. I think it's really difficult to find a cool, breezy summer dress that also looks chic and not boring, because I think just like a plain strappy dress can look so simple and boring when it's hot and that's all you can wear. It's nice to have something a bit different. So the ruffle sleeve just really provides that, and it still stays really cool. You've still got your arms free and you've still got your neck free, with it being like a nice square neckline, and it's very loose and breezy. It just feels so light and airy to put on. And what I loved about this is that you can wear it in the evening on holiday. You can dress this right up, a pair of gold hoops like this, some pretty sandals. Definitely get away with this for the evening, and then you can wear it again for breakfast the next day. You can wear it as a pool cover up. So I really go towards those pieces that you can be flexible with and wear in the evening and then translate to daytime. I know, like I mentioned, so many people ask me about holiday packing and essentials and like carry-on packing if you're going just for a few days. So I really recommend a dress like the Ophelia and Indigo one, and I got this in a size small. And then another hero piece I took, oh actually what I'll do, I'll talk about this piece because this isn't one I took on holiday, but like I said, I was looking to find something like the Ophelia and Indigo one, and then Outdazzle reached out to me about some new pieces, and I saw this and I was like, yes, this is exactly what I was looking for, a similar sort of shape. It's got the gorgeous ruffled shoulders. This is absolutely stunning. I'll try and film a cutaway of this. It's got like a tie back. This is called, it's brand new in, it's called the Sylvia, £155. It's from Outdazzle, but it's by I think it's by a brand called Scarlet Poppies, and it really takes what I was looking for when I was looking for a plain version of the Ophelia and Indigo one. So those are like 2 pieces that I can take on holiday with me now and know that they're really versatile. So I did think I'd give this a shout out. Also, whilst we're on to new pieces, would you like to see a what's new in my wardrobe video? If yes, let me know, and I can share some new in pieces. And then finally, I did mention I wouldn't show this because it's all crumpled. Needs an iron because I just had to wash it because I wore it quite a lot on holiday. So this is my Arquette short sleeve linen shirt. It's like a kind of resort style shirt. I wore this at least 3 times whilst I was away. A white version of this as well would work really well, but obviously with white, you're at risk of more stainage. So this is great because nothing shows on it. Got this several years ago. Year after year I bring it out, so I really recommend it. I actually feel like I recommend this shirt every year. However, I don't think Arquette do this exact shape anymore, but H&M do, and I think it's slightly less price point, or a linen blend, but definitely got some linen there. Black, boxy, I think it's called a resort shirt. You could go up a size if you wanted to make it really loose, but I'll show you in the cutaways. But I wore this as like a cover up. You can wear it with some like loose trousers. I wore it with my loose silky black trousers from Hush, which I also travelled in, and I also wore it with my wraparound. It's not a wraparound, it's like a knot skirt from Massimo Dutti, and I also wore it, I wore it tied up with my skirt from Under the Stories. So it's a really useful piece, and I just wanted in this video to show you the pieces that kind of stood out to me as things that I can pass on to you to be like, these really worked for me. These were like my core essential staples that I found useful. So hopefully like that can be a recommendation to you. And then you can build the rest of your outfit around that, around your personal style. But those for me are real essential pieces. So I hope that's been useful for you. It's a bit of an all over the place kind of video, I suppose. But I did just want to kind of do this to almost like a reset and a restart for the summer, some fun summer content I want. I was starting to kind of slowly feel a little bit more like myself again after the past week. So I feel like the past week I've just been so not interested in fashion or anything like that, but even just talking about it today has kind of got me going again, a little bit more interested and excited to share things with you. And I always want to share what you want to see. Sorry, I just had to stop then because Tim was taking a phone call upstairs. But yes, as I was saying, want to create videos that you want to see, so definitely let me know as we get back into the swing of things. Thank you for watching this video. A bit different for me, a little bit of a catch-up style video, but if you'd like to see more kind of sit down chatty videos, let me know. You can say goodbye from this little man. You're going to say goodbye and say bye. Thank you for watching. Bye. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Say bye.